What's good, y'all? This is Ray Daniels, and this is the Raydar Report. Clap, it's all good. It's all good. Well, I sit in the room with my team, and we talk crazy. The YouTube chat is already here. They are a big part of the show. They right here with me. Welcome. So, I don't think we got a lot to talk about today. No, I'm just talking shit. Puff beat the feds.
Yes, sir.
By the way, what he lost to. What he was found guilty to, a blind and deaf person would have had to find him guilty. Literally, the prostitutes are in there saying he paid me. Like, you can't get around that. Like, if there's a prostitute to talk, then there's a reason why there was that. Then there's a guilty prostitution element to the trial. So he beat this shit. Good for him. Yeah. Good for him. Good for him. Fuck everybody who wanted to see him leave his kids. Fuck everybody who's so angry at the world that you wanted to see a man you don't know. Exactly. You never met. Exactly. That you never probably will ever meet. Yep. Be put away forever because you guys don't fuck with him. Like, because you guys don't like him. Because, like, this whole shit was stupid. I feel like it's about 10 people that I feel like owe me a fucking apology. Mm. And it's not because, it's only because the outcome is the outcome. The verdict is the verdict. If you're mad at someone, like, it was literally 12 jury members, and you want to be mad at somebody, be mad at them.
Right.
Like, I just don't get it. Like, you're mad at people for not seeing what you want them to see.
Yeah. Right.
So, shout out to Puff. I pray he walks out of prison today.
Right.
And I pray that his family has a collage video of every motherfucker, every person that says something bad about him. Yep. I hope his family shows him that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I hope, because that's what makes me mad about this world. We are pussy ass niggas. Go ahead.
And at the end of the day, like people aren't perfect, and this is really a victory to us as Black people, because we've seen all of our icons and idols just torn down left and right. So I'm really happy that, he got out of this one.
And you know what makes me the happiest? Culture. You know what makes me the happiest? Guys, guess what this means?
What?
If Ray is right, guess what this means?
What does it mean, Ray?
The whole portal is finally closed.
It's closed!
You hoes are done.
Yep.
You hoes that chase rich men just to get them, y'all are done.
Right.
Now little girls can grow up feeling like they can make money from right ways, like being an OnlyFans model.
You feel me? Being a good woman is finally in style.
Being a good woman is back.
You know why I'm really happy he's out, though? Because I hate how people, like, always want to destroy your character and shit like that. I mean, yeah, he did wrong, whatever, bro. He made a mistake. You feel me? If you really want to help, bro, like, try to, like, help him get in therapy.
They don't want to help him.
They don't.
You don't understand. The world, this world is filled with people who don't try.
Yeah. And
the people who don't try are the people who is the mob. That is the mob. That's why I don't participate with the mob. Because a motherfucker that try is not going to go out there with the mob and because they understand.
Yeah.
You trying means trying and failing.
Yeah.
Failing and failing and failing until you finally win. That's what life's about.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, nobody trying will be a part of the mob. That's why I never participated with the mob ideology, because the mob is just angry people who's looking for a reason to punish someone.
Exactly.
And y'all barked up the wrong tree. That nigga told y'all, I thought I told y'all that we won't stop.
Yeah.
I hope that nigga Diddy bop out that motherfucker with his gray hair. Because this wasn't a trial.
That would be epic.
This wasn't a trial. This wasn't.
The humiliation routine.
Yeah, has anybody ever seen, I'm going to compare trial to this, Puff's trial to this. Has anybody here seen Game of Thrones?
Heck yeah.
Okay, so big Game of Thrones fan.
Yep.
Puff is Cersei Lannister. Remember, she was doing a lot of bad shit.
Yeah.
And she had to get that walk of atonement.
Yeah.
If you watch Game of Thrones, strip her naked, the queen mother naked in the street, and make her walk. And people are spitting in her face, ripping her clothes off. Well, she ain't have her clothes on, spitting in her face, kicking her, everything. And all she's saying is, when I get to my motherfucking castle, I got something for every last one of you motherfuckers. And to
And
me,
she did.
and she did. She killed everybody in the end. And guess what? You don't fuck. That's what I'm saying. Don't fuck with someone if you cannot handle what comes with it. Go ahead. I'm sorry. You go.
Do you feel so? If you're a Diddy, how do you like? What are the next steps if you're him? Do you lay low, or do you celebrate, or do you come back with the gospel album?
If I was Puff, you know what I was Puff, I would do?
A podcast?
No, I would come out of jail. If I'm Puff right now, I would come out of jail and I would throw a party.
Hell, that'd be tough.
And I would want to, and I would want to see who gonna come. Matter of fact, that'd be the first time I work the door.
Bro.
You know, usually motherfuckers be like, Puff's upstairs in the back. Nah.
Yeah.
Hit me when you pull up. You ain't gotta hit me. I'll be right outside.
Yeah.
Man.
Your ass definitely ain't getting in. I know you ain't here.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. See, the part about this shit that bothered me is that I'm someone that wanted to be in the music business. I came up in this shit. Niggas was giving they left and right nut to get in a picture with Puff. Niggas was buying this nigga 60,000 bottles of champagne just to say, look at me, I'm someone worth looking at. Like, and to me, those same people are like, ha ha, got him. And it's like, that's lame to me.
Yeah,
That's not what a man does. I don't know how women think, but that's not what a man does. You don't laugh at a man when he's down.
Exactly.
When he caught with his pants down, because it might be your turn. And if
Exactly.
it's your turn, you ain't gonna nobody laughing at you. So sometimes you gotta almost be the person in the room that's like, nah. So for me, that's always the place that I took. I'm happy he's out. Fuck all of those broke motherfuckers that was ahead of from Puff generation that was mad because they was at the parties, but they ain't get the millions. That's what this really was about. It was a lot of people that was around that was throwing your rollers in the sky, that was raving. They thought they was gonna be at the top with him, and they didn't. And they didn't. You bet on the wrong tree. They didn't. Now you got people like Dream Hampton. I don't know what she's saying, but she wrote the R. Kelly story, so I'm pretty sure she's probably against Puff, period. But this is my point. People like that. People that didn't get everything they thought they deserved from the world. Because they might have been good people. And let me just be honest. Being a good person and winning is hard. They don't talk about it enough. So in order to win in this life, they don't tell you how you have to almost be a fucked up nigga. They don't tell you that. Like, to guarantee your win, you got to be a fucked up nigga. To guarantee it, like, that means you don't. So, did Puff do a lot of fucked up shit in his 20s and 30s to get where he at? Absolutely. Should he be punished from that? That's between him and God. We don't know if he fixed it.
Exactly.
But he should not have been on motherfucking trial.
Yep.
And that's all every man has been saying. And every woman has been like, shut up!
Yeah.
Who y'all want to shut up now?
If you somebody from the hood and you was wishing on this nigga to get life in prison, when you know some niggas that grew up where you from that did some of the same shit he did, if you ain't wish life on them niggas, why would you wish life on him?
Niggas
Just because he got the bag?
Because
that's like self-hate.
It's because, listen, let me tell you something. If you can't cheer for the rich nigga, you'll never be the rich nigga.
Facts.
No, I'm that's it. You can't, like, I'm being honest with you. Like, I had to learn, y'all don't understand, guys. I could not stand Kobe Bryant until my mentor made me see I was a hater. Like, you don't like him because he expects to win. And then he was like, do you expect to win? I said, yes. Then he's like, you should love Kobe. And at that moment, I was like, damn, I do love this nigga. We the same. If you're watching this and you're against Puff, I guarantee you ain't got nothing going on.
Facts.
I guarantee you ain't got nothing going on. This was a Super Bowl for losers. The Puff trial was a Super Bowl for losers. For niggas that lost their life, that was like, I knew God was gonna fund. I knew me being broke, it was gonna fund. And guess what? He walked out on y'all asses.
Right.
Get the fuck off your ass and try like the next man. Get the fuck off your ass and try like the next man. I promise you, if you start trying, you won't laugh no more. Cause this shit ain't funny. Trying is not
I'm trying to tell you, the people who hate him can't even tell you why they hate him.
Bro, they hate him because he rich.
They just hate
That's
him.
what it is.
And it's like
Crazy
the whole shit where it's like, it's almost like people be wanting like it to be some type of off the wall shit somebody got to do to be successful. No, put in the work. Since we've been here, we see you work. Like Ray is we work with Ray. He's a regular person. He does regular things, and he just worked. So the thing is, when we in our culture, in our community, when we thinking that somebody that's successful got to do some off the wall shit or something that's like so inhumane or some devil worshiping type shit, it ain't like that, bro. It's just it really just take the hard work and the dedication, and if we keep continuing to root for each other and support each other, then we all can come up. But we got to do our part as individuals.
If you, that shit sound good. They don't give. They don't be get. It sounds great. It just. Doug, this is why if you're listening, if my words are registering with you, that tells me you want to win.
Exactly.
If my words are not registering with you, that tells me you want to stay exactly where you are. I don't give a fuck regardless, because I'm going to get up and do what I got to do every day no matter what. So it's like, whether you hit with me or not, I'm going to try. If it was one person in the chat or 100 people in the chat, I'm going to do it. That's the difference, because trying is hard. Trying means putting yourself out there and no one shows, then you got to live with it. You got to try harder next time. Trying is measuring yourself. And most motherfuckers don't measure themselves. That's why they laugh at this, man. I would never laugh at someone that achieved something that I've been trying to achieve my whole life. I would never, because I don't know what he had to do to get there. What you think, Rocki?
No, I agree with you, because at the end of the day, like, why would you wish down on somebody? So that says a lot about yourself.
Somebody said, "What's the difference between R. Kelly and Puff?" The difference is that R. Kelly was actually sleeping with underage girls.
Yeah.
That's what he broke the law. Like, he was actually sleeping with. It's a tape of him fucking a 14-year-old.
Crazy.
Like,
And he stayed there.
Puff, they tried to make Puff R. Kelly. Orgies, him and Jay-Z is running trains on teenagers, and it's like, it's like, don't play. These are grown men who came from nothing, that earned the right to have their name in the zeitgeist of celebrities who matter, and y'all want to take them down by making them seem like they weirdos. That's because you a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, and I think it's hard also for people to see and hear about the type of person that he's been portrayed to be. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to sympathize with somebody that shows violence or shows like an ego that of his size, like, you know. So I get where some people are like, he don't deserve that life if he's gonna be that kind of person.
You are not God.
No, for sure.
No,
Exactly. You know, truth.
no,
Facts.
not
sure.
you. I'm saying in general.
Yeah.
None of
the
us are.
people,
When
they
I
don't have the
learned
right to judge.
When I learned that I'm not God, it's like, that's why I mind my business and I just try to give you a way into it. Cause like even when he hit Cassie, like as fucked up as that was, watching on camera with like people in the world, if you're from the hood, that's normal. That wasn't even that bad. I can actually tell you what he said when he grabbed her. Get your motherfucking ass in that goddamn room. And then she fell. And then he kicked her like, get your ass up out here in the hallway. Like,
he was drawing with the kick.
No, I'm not. He was, but I'm not negating it. I'm saying, if America thought that was ugly, man, y'all need to send therapists by the motherfucking.
No, for
you
sure.
need to send therapists by the buses
that's going
to the
down.
hood. Because when I was 8 years old, I saw a nigga get killed for the first time while I'm playing stoop ball right there in front of me. Just the nigga shot him. I mean, like right there. Like, oh shit. Like, I've watched people get. I remember it was somebody shooting at the kids we was in the playground playing. It was somebody shooting at the kids. Like, I've seen ugly things in this world.
That's crazy.
Really ugly things. So when they start showing that, and they're like, oh my God, that Cassie video is gruesome.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what was gruesome? That bus driver hitting that girl. Now that was gruesome. Y'all remember that uppercut?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now that was like, nigga.
Yeah, pull it up.
So, no, hold on. It's 11-11 too.
Q.
Nigga, no, listen. So what I'm saying to you is that this right here, but it's so bad. And by the way, it was a black girl. I don't think if it was a. Hold on, let me see something. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Hold on. Why am I seeing ads? Oh no, I ain't in my own YouTube. Hold on a second. I can't do ads. It made me late. Okay, I'm in. Yeah, I can't think of what I want to see.
I honestly think that's reasonable.
What?
What he's charged for?
No, everybody knows that. Like, all right, here go right here. Look at this shit. Now that's abuse. Look, he win the argument. Now she pushes him. Now he starts winning the argument. He pushes him. You going to jail now?
Oh.
Now, I want to say this. Now, as a nigga from the hood, now that was like, what the fuck? The Puff shit, if you from the hood, was like, damn, him and this shit going. I'm telling you, bro, it was bad. But it was bad because we watched it. It's like when you describe sex bad, right? Like, sex is great at night, right? But then if you like write a thesis on it, no, just think about like, he likes to come in the room and she has to have her panties. Like, it sounds like, then it's like, what the fuck is going on? But when you're doing it, you just having a good ass time, right?
I feel you.
I'm just telling you, like, what he did to her was fucked up. But if you was from the hood, you've seen worse. On a scale of 1 to 10, what he did to her on a hood level, white America, that was a 10.
No, yeah, for sure.
Black
That's
America,
like
hood
Six,
America,
six.
that was what
A 4.
I'm about to say a 3 or 4.
4. That was a 4.
Because he didn't hit her face. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being
Yeah.
honest, like,
He didn't slam
you
her.
seen abuse. So for me, it was also like, it was one of the things where everybody's like, oh my God, in a room. And I'm like, yeah, that was bad. But on a scale of 1 to 10, it was about a 4.
Yeah, but I think it was just that you didn't necessarily believe all the allegations, but then when you saw that clip, you're
listen,
like,
listen, can I tell you
"Ooh,
something?
okay, I
I'm going
see
to tell
what
you
you're talking
something.
about."
If you saw that clip and it shocked you, you don't understand power. That shit didn't shock me at all.
No, it didn't shock me.
Power will kill you. We watch movies where they will go to the edges of their earth to maintain their power.
Yeah.
This was a power dynamic he had with her. He was trying to scare her. Don't get me wrong. He fucked up, and thank God a camera caught it. Thank God a camera caught it.
Out. Yeah.
Thank God a camera caught it, because now, but I think the camera catching it was good for him,
How so?
because now he's seen himself. Now it's like, damn, now you watch it.
That made
It
him-
goes
that-
back
that-
to that, you like that sex act, and then you watching it with your family, like, you like that? Oh my God. You start feeling, I think the video helped him, because it's like, damn.
And then he dropped.
You know how
that.
you say something and you say something, you just, has anybody ever seen the movie, I always reference movies. Has anybody ever seen the movie Anchorman?
Yeah.
Okay, remember when they said, Ron will say anything that you put on the teleprompter. Then he goes, go fuck yourself, San Diego, and then he just leaves. And he's like, Ron, you know what you did? And he's like, oh, it's okay. He goes outside like, it'll be fine. Tomorrow I'll report the news. Then he went outside, there was an audience of people. That's what this shit was like. Like, it was like, yeah, I know I did that, but that was like, I remember he had 4, 7, 8 years to live with it, like to get over it, to like reason with himself, to like talk himself through it, like, God, I'm sorry. And then all of a sudden it gets leaked. Now it's like everybody looking at him like, like, guys, I'm sorry. Look, I think, and for me, that's what really happened. But like I said, like, I'm happy Cassie got paid, because the abuse she deserved to get paid from the hotel and from Puff. She got her $30 million. Puff done sat down in jail for his 9 months, 8 months, to understand what it's like to be humble. So now he has to come out and
He in court with no Beijing.
yeah, exactly. Gray hair.
Crazy.
Understand, nigga, what it's like to, like, imagine this nigga Puff probably could stop the jet to take a shit, right? Like, stop down there, next airport. I got a shit, you know what I'm saying? To like having to take a shit in the bathroom with your inmate, right? It's like,
He got humbled.
it humbled you. So I think to me, I wrote this, I said, I don't think you should have a bad day if you're with God. I really believe that. Like, if Puff is aligned with God, this is not a bad day or a bad situation. This is just, what is God trying to tell me? Like, every day you should ask yourself, what is big God trying to tell me? Shout out to Keem in the room. But like, what is God trying to tell me? That's what I would be trying to figure out if I was him. And it was, these niggas ain't your friends. You ain't God. You need to sit your ass down. Here's your final motherfucking shot.
I'll come back.
And I believe that nigga might turn into a fucking pastor. And I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
People are predicting the.
But he got a list of names though. It's a list of motherfuckers. It's a list of motherfuckers that he is like, I'm gonna get your ass.
But what about all those TMZ and Netflix having those documentaries in the works? They're waiting for this final part.
Listen, Puff can't fuck with those Giants. He need to leave Giants alone.
But they're waiting for this final part to see if they got the 20 years.
That's what I'm saying. But that's my point. He needs to leave them alone.
Yeah,
Don't- like,
just move on.
Listen,
Like, let them have it.
look what happened when you went at Diageo.
That's where all this stuff.
Let's not.
That's where it all started from.
Listen. Let's not start trying to challenge giants. Let it go. Leave it alone. Only people I would go after are the people that I thought was my friends that counted me out.
Or quiet.
Man, y'all gonna have to feel this. Y'all gonna have to feel this. If you laughed at me, dog, I'm telling you, Chris Brown hasn't let go of none of the shit that happened to him in 2009.
Yeah.
16 years later, Chris Brown still deals with that.
Still haunting him.
I'm telling you because y'all don't understand what it's like for everyone to love you one day and just hate you over a mistake, a bad moment, an ugly moment, whatever it is. Then the world hates you. And then you're trying to fix it. And every day you're trying to be better and better. And when someone stands next to you that just wants to work with you, they're like, you're standing next to a woman abuser. And it's like, damn, y'all like Kevin Hart trying to host awards. He said something about gay people 7 years ago.
Like,
that
what?
shit is done.
I hate that shit.
That shit is done. All of that shit is over with. Everybody gonna get back to business. We've been placating to the victim so much that we put someone in jail for a RICO that should have been on a state trial for domestic violence. Like, with all the cameras in the room to hear the details then. Like, that's how desperate the world has been to make victims not feel alone. That we put niggas in jail for the victims. She literally got her, and we found out through the trial, she was like, I need it at times. Where was the victim? She was a victim of him beating her. But then they say he was a victim of her beating him. So for me, it's like, wash the whole couple away. Everybody
Pay
just
the
let's
money.
start over. Everybody pay each other out and start the fuck over. And that's what they about to do.
People like with the fake wholesomeness and shit. Like at the end of the day, bro, we know right is right and wrong is wrong. But a lot of the shit that we seeing, we know we've seen that shit in the hood. And unfortunately, we may be a little desensitized to it. But I'm just pulled up Will Smith. When that shit happened with Chris Rock, they was like, well, he said, man, in my book, I seen a lot of shit growing up. You feel me? That people are thinking like, oh my God, like you said, it's so repulsive. The inner city, it be a lot of shit. We all be angry at each other, and unfortunately, you see shit like that, and just because you get the bag, you still a nigga from the bottom that's trying to figure life out.
I ain't gonna lie, Alex. Sometimes when you talk, you go in circles. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so
I ain't gonna lie, like you be losing me.
If I can address what he said,
Yeah, like you gotta learn to say it shorter.
I feel like we got to stop saying, "Oh, in the hood," because in white neighborhoods they getting down like this too.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
No. When we say what I'm speaking about in the hood meaning like it's one of those things where like you're in the house with your mama, right? And you slip up and say a curse word, like you mad, like bitch, and your mom be like, "What you say? You fucking curse my house no more, little boy," right? And you like, "Okay, mom, I'm sorry." And then you out in public a few days later, and your mom's with her friends, and you be like, "Bitch," and your mom be like, "Come here, I'ma fuck you, you little punk," and you be like, "That shit was cool in the house." Her friends is watching now. She's embarrassed. She got to do something about it.
Yeah.
See what I'm trying to say? So it's like the audience matters.
Yeah.
The
But I
audit-
think what you're saying with the whole word desensitized to it, that may be like it's not okay that it's happening just because that's what we as Black people have experienced. 'Cause I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't experience none of this growing up. So like honestly, it wasn't a shock to me because I've learned about what goes on. But like, it's possible to not have to have that story where it's like I seen this and that because like
But my kid's not gonna have that story.
yeah.
But I'm saying that
they got like you heartless if you someone that say you seen like
you gotta not in the mic.
Yeah, it'd be like pretty much when they don't see people react, like, it's disgusting because, like, yes, it is. But when they don't see you, like, flipping out the way that they are, you know what I'm saying? They're like, well, what's wrong with you? It's like, man, unfortunately, niggas come from environments where you see shit like that. Unfortunately.
Yeah, if you desensitize to it, that's what it is. And by the way, Puff probably saw that. And then, like I said, that's why I said I think the video being released was good for him. Because you get to see yourself, like, with the world, right? It's like, it goes back to that mom, you said bitch, but now it's like in the house is cool, but in public it's like, yo, you got me looking crazy. And I think him having an audience to watch what's going on, and he apologized, like, I'm fucked up. Like, it's like, because you got to live with yourself, right? Because don't think that he didn't think, I don't know if Puff's daughters were being abused, that he would be like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, what do y'all want me to do to myself? Like, y'all want me to drown it's like, I'm sorry, I fucked up. Like, now he's in trial. Now, if y'all are still mad at him after he done went through all of this, you wasn't gonna like him anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're mad at him after this, you didn't like him anyway. You wanted him. My only thing I say to you is ask yourself why you was gonna take joy in watching someone you've never met, you don't know, you only heard rumors about them, watch them rot in jail. What about you? What about your spirit? So let's get a little deeper. I only talk like this because I was that. I was raised like that. Like, nigga in the hood, motherfucker ain't shit. Fuck that motherfucker. It was like, I was raised like that. And then I had to change my thought process. And when I changed my thought process, I didn't even recognize it was wrong until someone told me, like, why do you think like that? Why are you mad at that? I'm like, and it's like, nigga, do something about it then. You could be mad or you could do something. And when I realized I could do something, I just start doing stuff. That's why it's rare that I have a mad or angry day. I'm like, some days you win, some days you lose, but nigga, that comes with trying.
Right.
That comes with trying. So yeah, that's my thing. Like, if you were like taking enjoyment in this, you whack. Anything else we got to cover? Anything else in the chat? It was something else I said. What else?
DDG's brother.
DDG brother. I want to bring that up. Bring that up.
Oh, you're on the thing.
DDG's brother.
That's the next one above.
Play the video, Alex. Yep, play the video. You don't have to play it on TV. You can just play however you want to play it.
Oh, this don't have a video. The one
It wasn't even a video. He just said something.
Yeah, so he said DDD's brother claims that he makes $800,000 a month from streaming, and he said, "Why are you making music?"
Okay, so here is why I wanted to address that. This is why artists suck today. Now, I'm not even disrespecting DDG. I'm not because I've said on this platform I fuck with DDG, but now I understand why he's not a global superstar. Because you have to try to be a global superstar. You have to aim for that. And when you got 800,000 coming in a month from being who you are, it takes a lot. And it takes a lot in you for you to say, I'm going for it. Mm-hmm. Right? I'm just being honest with you.
You're already comfortable.
Yes, you're already comfortable. So when I saw that, I was like, DDG, that's why your music is not great. That's why your music is not great. And I think that the music industry should take heed to that. We should start having different kind of tiers to deals. Like, you're signed to, like, we need artists, then we need part-time artists. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. Like, Def Jam signs Ray Daniels to a full-time deal. He's going to be releasing music. That's his job, full-time. Then you're like, Ray Daniels got signed to Def Jam from a part-time deal because he's still going to be streaming, but part of his streaming business will now be a music component that Def Jam put out songs. You see what I'm trying to say?
I would love a part-time deal.
That's my point. Because let me tell you why. The audience is getting lost in who to invest in or not. So it's like, if you're a DDG fan from his streaming, you don't care to hear him rap. You feel what I'm saying? So you damn near gotta
You have to rebuild another audience.
Yeah, and that takes work, effort, trying. And that's why every time DDG hits a brick wall, he refers to how much money he got. Mm-hmm. And see, when you're a real artist, when you hit a brick wall, you go back inside. You don't look on the outside what's in your pockets. You look at what's inside of you. Like,
because most time ain't nothing over there.
So no, it's not even that. But it's not. No. If it is over there, I remember I was talking to a manager one time, and I was telling him about a certain artist, and this motherfucker was like, I was like, yo, man, we got to put out a record. And he was like, man, we got the #1 sage in the country right now. I'm like, what? The fuck? Like, and he was dead serious. We'll call y'all when we ready to put out an album. Because artists don't see themselves as artists. Like artists are sick if they're not being seen. Artists are sick if they're not being heard. They're angry at the world if they're not being seen, not being heard. They're not saying, man, I got $800,000 a month, man. I don't give a fuck about this rap shit. You're not an artist.
Gonna eat you up.
Rap is a hobby that you do part-time. That's why labels should start setting the tone. We signed him to a part-time deal. Nigga, I even think labels start setting tone like we signed them to a 10-day contract, like the NBA does. I'm dead serious. Like, they should have, like, we signed them to a 90-day contract with a $5,000 advance per month, and we're gonna work for the next 90 days to see if this artist is worth being on our label. You have to train artists to understand their role. As long as they're making money, like, you got artists that are making more money from their OnlyFans than they are from music. Your biggest hit is you getting fucked now. No, I'm being honest with you. That's your biggest hit is you getting fucked right now. Literally, you got artists who are like, you can hear my music. Like, imagine if a woman walked up to any man in his room, yo, You can hear my music for $10 a month. Or you can see me busting it wide the fuck open and doing everything else for $10 a month. Which one you want, fellas? I'll take the $10, bust it open for $10 for $10, Alex.
Every time.
That's an intern.
So I'll take it. Like I'm like, you see what I'm trying to say? Like it's like we act like we don't understand what we're doing. What you about to say? Go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, you feel like if maybe if say somebody like yourself was to do something with DDG, you would know what to do with him?
Yeah, I wouldn't see. This is the thing. You don't have to know what to do with someone. You show the world every day what you want to do. My only thing to DDG would be simple. It's like if we're gonna be an artist and we're gonna stream all day, then stream meetings about music. Everything should be music, 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 music.
Show us writing around.
Show us you shooting in the gym.
Yeah, right.
So that way, when you do finally play the game, the audience is so attached to it. But let me explain something to you. Anytime artists downplay their art,
they're never gonna win.
I'm not a rapper, I'm a dope boy. I'm not a rapper, I'm a street nigga. Now I'm not a rapper, I'm a streamer. Then why the fuck are you rapping then?
Yeah, beat it.
Why are you rapping then? You're rapping. So it's almost like you do it to say I don't do it. So that way if y'all judge me and say I'm whack, I could be like, I don't do that shit anyway.
Yeah.
That's what you're really doing. You're trying to cover your ass.
When you sell 4,000 records.
It's like you're trying to cover your ass. What you really should be doing is admitting this is where it is. This is what I want. The artists you tell the artists you don't care about rap. So why should they care?
Exactly.
You telling the audience, I made $800,000 a month for streaming. Why I care about rap? So the artist is like, well, shit, let's keep streaming with the nigga. He don't care about rap.
But the thing with the music is that there's nothing, although streaming is making $800,000 a month, there's nothing better in the whole wide world than having a smash hit record. Nothing beats that. Even if
Can I tell you why nothing beats that? Because you go out there on stage for 10 minutes and you make $800,000.
feel the love.
Compared to going out on standing streaming for
your bedroom.
24/7, 30 days to make $800,000. It's how you want it to come, bro.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Like, how do you want it to come? And when you so when I saw that DDG brother, and I'm a fan of DDG, I'm like, well, your brother just gave us a reason why it's hard to be a fan of yours. Your brother just told us why. Now I see why your music. So when I'm asking on the show, why is his music not working? That little kid is dope. And your brother's like, he made $800,000 a month from streaming. He don't need the money to do this. I was like, okay, there it is. Let me tell you something. Imagine every day you came home to your wife, she told you she didn't need you. Imagine every day you came home to your husband, he told you, I don't need you. Nigga, eventually you're going to leave. I'm going to go where I'm needed. I'm going to go where I'm needed. And what I'm telling you is they're training the audience. So I wanted to say that because I'm a fan of his, but artists, you got to stop saying you have better shit to do than the artist, because then the audience has better shit to do than listen.
It's like what Mike Tyson said. It's hard to wake up hungry when you're waking up on silk sheets.
Exactly. You're right. You got to keep that mentality no matter what. Oh, it's good? We good? We paused? Okay.
Would you say for all public figures, artistry is probably the highest profit margin? Like as far as when it comes to what you put into that shit? Like when you say that about 10 minutes getting 800 racks and a streamer going all day long, when you put that into perspective, that's true like an artist.
Saying, if you a streamer, my dog is in that. What up, bro? If you're a streamer, you're right. If you're a streamer, but that's what DDG has to understand. But guess what? You're going to have to lose something to get what you want.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is just stream your album. Stream your music.
Be making it.
Stream making
Writing
it.
it.
Stream trying to figure it out. Stream no one at your shows. Just stream the process. And then the audience will be more in tune. But if you're streaming and you're like, oh, that's just music. I do that when I want to.
And you're seeing the progression as you, like month by month, you're getting better.
Come on,
You
bro.
gotta show the lyrical exercise.
Come on, bro. Like, he's not doing that. And to
Yeah.
me, the audience cares about what you care about. That's that simple. And if you don't care about your music and you're saying, I'm not a rapper, I'm a street nigga. I'm not a rapper, I'm a game spitter. I'm not a rapper, I'm a business. It's like, okay, cool. Then that's why nobody wants to be a rapper, and that's why rap sucks. No one wants to just be a
I guarantee
rapper.
if you had a hit record, you wouldn't have as much time to be streaming like that.
But imagine if someone did and they was. That would be crazy.
At the same time,
That would be crazy.
has it been done yet?
And that's my point. That's something to aim for. That's a goalpost to aim for. You go for that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it'd be for like first streaming rapper. That would be big. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, you got to stop saying that. I hate when artists say that they don't care. I hate when they say they don't care and they don't and it's just music. I hate when they do that.
What about Black Boy Max? Isn't he a streaming artist? Yeah, he be having like a whole bunch of artists come through. They be making records live. You know what I'm saying? Rapping.
See? See? Black Boy Max, he gets it. He gets it. You got to learn how. Listen, you downplay your shit, I'm gonna downplay my shit. You downplay your shit, I'm gonna downplay your shit.
Like even as a producer, I've been inspired by seeing like he just drops like little five records on like I checked the credits. I'm like, oh, he put it out by himself. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he has some decent niggas on there like Skepta and you know, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's listen, man, it's weird how we blame the world for our result of our life, even though the result of our life is a direct response to, or a direct result rather, to who we are every day. Like, it's just weird to me how, like, if your life is fucked up, that's because you're fucked up. Just being honest. Like, don't get me wrong, you might not be a bad fuck up. You might be a good fuck up. You just might be a fuck up that gets in his own way or gets in her own way. So, yeah, anything else you got to talk about?
Yeah, my ball hard. I ain't gonna lie. I listened to my ball the other night, and I'm like, damn. I was thinking, damn, DDG should lock in on the music, cause his music sound like a nigga that focus on rap. He seem to lock in on it, like you said.
But he don't. It's not guidance, man. That's why I had to leave music for a second, man, cause it's so hard watching. It's like watching a point guard say, "Give me the ball in the paint. I want to play center." It's like, my nigga. My nigga, you're 6'1". But I'm telling you, back in the hood, they put me in the paint. This is not the hood. This is you're going against niggas that are 7'1". Like, they're a foot taller than you. You can't play center. And it's like the world's like, but he wants to be a center. Why can't he be a center? It's like, well, because that's how the game is. Shut up! You didn't make the game. Okay, I'll just shut up. That nigga goes on a 10-year fucking run trying to be a center. Never makes it. Everybody's like, I told your stupid ass.
Undersized.
That's what's happening right now. Y'all niggas are saying y'all artists, but y'all acting like streamers. Y'all saying y'all artists, but y'all acting like fucking businessmen. Artists don't care about nothing but their art. True artists. Selfish motherfuckers. Selfish motherfuckers. In order to be an artist, you have to be a selfish about you motherfucker.
So Ray, I got a topic for you.
Come on.
Yo, so you remember that case a couple of years ago of those two influencer songwriter girl that got locked up with the bricks?
Oh yeah, of course. I know, of course.
So she was a home girl, and I just saw that she got released this week.
Good for her. That's my homegirl.
Rocki.
Right, yeah, Rocki.
Yeah, sick writer. Sick writer. So I was super happy. But like, you know, you being, you know, the manager extraordinaire, if you had a female R&B artist that just came out of jail for that, is the street cred at an all-time high now?
Nigga, I'm dropping.
Is she hotter than Fish Grease?
Nigga, I'm dropping a documentary.
Vlad
I'm dropping
Vivis?
an album. I'm going on tour talking to women
Podcast
about
tour?
how not to allow men to influence us to lose our... What? If she don't... See, this is what people don't understand. The story matters more than the product.
Exactly.
The story matters more than the product. This is why I hate it being in music, because musicians only want to promote the music. The product doesn't matter anymore. The story does. Cassie had a hit record once, did she not, guys? Mm-hmm. Has she ever been talked about this much?
Never.
When she had a hit, we didn't give a fuck, because it was just a hit. This is a story. This is a hit story. They'll be talking about this 10 years from now. They'll be referring to it 30 years from now. I watched the OJ trial when I was a teenager, and we're still talking about that, and he dead. Like, it's going to be going on forever. So the story matters. So these artists that think that they can just connect the product without having a story, I feel bad for y'all. Anything else y'all want to cover? Anything else?
See, the attorneys just made a statement. Cassie's attorneys.
Fuck them too.
This is interesting. You see that? That's I'd like a woman to.
They said, by coming forward with her experience, Cassie has left an indelible mark on both the entertainment industry and the fight for justice. This entire criminal process started when our client, Cassie Ventura, had the courage to file her civil complaint in November 2023, says Woodger. Although the jury did not find Combs guilty of sex trafficking, Cassie, beyond a reasonable doubt, she paved the way for a jury to find him guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution. By coming forward with her experience, Cassie has left an indelible mark on both the entertainment industry and the fight for justice. We must repeat with no reservation that we believe and support our client who showed exemplary courage throughout this trial. She displayed unquestionable strength and brought attention to the realities of powerful men in our orbit and the misconduct that has persisted for decades without repercussion. This case proved that change is long overdue, and we will continue to fight on behalf of the survivors.
Look at the heroes they got nowadays. These are the heroes y'all want.
So first of all, see that attorney to me. See, this is why I hate politics, because he has to drive home that his client is innocent. She's strong. She's all of that, but she was also Puff's main accomplice. You know what I'm trying to say? Who basically snitched on him, who turned on him to get exempt, like basically get immunity. Like, nigga, shut up. Your client is a snitch. If it was a guy, that's what we be talking.
That's
because it's a girl, it's like we don't say that. But because it's a guy, it's a girl. It's like she was a victim. She was strong. Bottom line was this: she was broke. She needed some fucking money. And y'all had a plan that did it, and good for y'all.
And she freaky too.
What the hell?
Yo, I was smoking some gas the other day, and I was remembering Ray's takes from like a couple pods, back, and my mind went a little tangent.
Tell me.
And I was like, what if those Diageo niggas pulled up on her on Cassie and was like got in her ear like 8 months ago, and it was like, go after Puff. We'll front you the money. We'll give you an advance.
I thought about that too. I thought that, but you know what? I don't want to.
We'll give you 800,000.
I don't want to do. I don't like bringing up because of who I am, right? I don't like bringing up conspiracies behind the closed doors but I thought that. I was like, you gotta look at it like this.
His whole world went crashed down after that shit.
Dog, I don't trust no motherfucking body after Enemy of the State.
Exactly.
After that Will Smith movie, Enemy of the State, I stopped trusting everybody. It was like,
I don't
no, because they literally show you how they take a man down. They discredit him. They make him into a criminal. They freeze all his assets. They turn the women against him. They do all the shit. And all he was doing with every other man, that be my issue. My issue be like, a woman can fuck up in society, mess with the wrong man for 10 years, let men piss in her mouth, let men run trains on her, let men, like all the shit that these women do. They did all of that for the sake of love, but because of it's a woman's perspective on love, they're allowed to be the victim.
I don't even know if it was for
Hold
love.
on, let me say this. No. I'm saying how the world sees it.
Okay.
Whether it's for love or she was there for the money, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
When it's a woman, she's allowed to be the victim. Like Puff is the first. This is how I knew it was something different. Puff is the first person that we've seen. He's the first addict we've seen get used. Him being an addict weaponized against him. Yeah. Like think about that. Like addicts in our society have always gotten a pass.
True.
He's an addict. He can't help himself. Nigga, the last 10 years of Whitney Houston life, it was the most grace for this woman. Like she lost weight. She's an addict. She's doing it. She's an addict. Oh my God, she died. Well, finally she out of peace because she was an addict, right? Puff's an addict. He's a sex addict. He's a drug addict, but he's a monster. Since when are addicts become monsters?
I think the difference between men and women is that men or women are viewed as more like pleasant, sexual, like pleasurable, like on that side of things. So you have more sympathy with something that you desire versus
men want to be able to still have access to your vaginas. So that's why most of them don't say how they really feel. That's why when Donald Trump won, it didn't shock no man. It shocked everyone. Everyone was looking like, who the fuck? Which one of y'all? Your husband, baby. He just got tired of your mouth. He didn't want to say nothing to you.
You want to tell you?
He didn't want to say nothing to you. He was tired of your mouth.
But look at homeboy like Ime Udoka. We still never even seen what that white lady looked like that he had consensual sex with. They never showed her picture. I don't know what she looks like.
Okay, can I tell y'all something? I'm gonna be.
They took that championship man's team from him.
I'm gonna be transparent and tell y'all. I'm gonna be transparent. So I've always got women. I've always had women that was like, 14 to 16 was a struggle. It was a hard time of my career.
Stages.
I didn't know how to get them. I didn't know how to talk to them. I was scared of them. But 16, when I got one, I never looked back, and it's been pretty good since. since this podcast has started taking off, I am more afraid of women now than I ever been. When I'm out and I'm out and about, they be staring me in my like looking at me like, and I'm like, and you know, I'm such a man. I'm like, hey,
And you lost some weight now.
hold up.
You lost some weight now too.
Yeah, like me and Chastity just I said that to Quan because I want to tell me and Chastity, like it's been times where I've been out and like Chastity is like, Ray, if you was my nigga, I would have punched that bitch in her mouth the way she was in your face. And I'm like, and for me, it's like, I'm oblivious to it because I can't enjoy it. I'm too smart to know I can't enjoy it. The minute you start enjoying it is the minute you let the wrong one get in and you enjoying it so much, you're like, oh, the last 5 girls I let move like that, you can move like that. And next thing you know, you're in the shade room with your ass naked in the air because she caught you when you were asleep. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand.
That really happens to people.
No, listen, I'm telling you. So I'm saying this, that lately, me and Jack Downs was in LA, and Jack was like, yo, these bitches just... And I'm like, but for me, I got to remind myself, damn, they might see me on the internet. Damn, okay. It's not Ray they're staring at. It's the guy, the crazy guy from the phone that they're staring at. They're like, I recognize him. I just don't allow it to get to my head, right? You're not going to hear any groupie stories about me. Like, if you a groupie, you crazy to me. Like, if you want to fuck a nigga just because of who he is, you are crazy to me. Like, that's weird to me. Like, you don't even know this nigga, you want to fuck him because of what he represents? What do you think happens?
Right.
How do you think he sees you? Right. You were just number 733 that fucking year. You know, like, but you just let this man do whatever he wants to you for the sake of saying I did it?
Yeah, I think a lot of them want the thrill. They want the opportunity. Like, they really try to... Like, what else they got going on in their lives?
Man, listen, I'm telling y'all, women will seduce the fuck out of you. And if you are not sure of who you are as a man, you can fall victim to it. And I'm telling you, since the last year, 2, this pod has been going, it's like I don't even enjoy interactions with female no more because I'm like, who the fuck are you and who sent you?
I feel like it's really weird, too, because, like, when women look at you, Ray, and because, of course, I'm there, they like look at him try to look him deep in his eyes. So he'll be on his phone, but I'm looking at him like, damn, it's hard. It's hard for him not to look up. It's like women be really looking through
and
him.
I see it. And by the way, I'll see it a mile away. I'll just not look. Because I'm like, I know what this is. It feels good. And as a man, it can become flattering. Wow, this beautiful woman is looking at me. You gotta remember she's not looking at you for who you are. She don't know you, nigga. She's looking at you for what you represent, what you can bring to the table, what you give to her, all of those things. By the way, let's not act like women don't validate themselves by the man they date.
That's true. And I just want to say one thing just to women. Even women that are doing that, stop. Like, just stop. Because, like, there's gonna be a time where you're gonna do that to a man that you see, and their woman is gonna slap the shit out of you. Because literally, I just be trying to figure out.
No. Chastity and me was walking one day, and I saw it, and I put my head down, and I just kept walking, and Chastity was like, yo, my nigga, you saw that girl staring at you? And I was like, yeah, I said, that's why I put my head down like that. She was like, Ray, I know we like, that's like my sister. I'm like, and she's like, Ray, I ain't gonna lie, if you was like my nigga, I would have punched that, because these bitches are disrespectful. So imagine, like, Puff Daddy's life. Everywhere you go, people love you. Everywhere you go, people celebrate you. Eventually, you start letting more of yourself out.
Yeah.
Like, oh, y'all like that too? Oh, I got more. You know, every nigga in here has layers to themselves that we don't reveal to the world. Every female in there. And by the way, you supposed to save something for the house. You supposed to.
So Ray, how do you navigate through women that, like, say if you had
I'm in a relationship.
Yeah, if you weren't. I'm married too, so yeah. So if hypothetically,
Let's go. Let's see. I like this nigga. You ready?
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk hypothetical.
Yeah.
Let's have a hypothetical conversation. We can do that all day. Let's go.
Yeah. So if you out, say if you're in south of France, and you feel like maybe no one really knows who Ray Daniels is, even though they probably do out there, how would you navigate being you if someone finds you attractive and you're not trying to get got?
If I'm single?
Yes.
Well, see, that's why I don't think successful men should be single. Cause I'm crushing I'm crushing. What you like? It's like a meeting for me.
But then how do you navigate? She's not gonna.
I don't know
Take
how.
a picture of you when you're
I
sleeping.
don't know how.
After you
That
nut.
is why I have a woman. I don't know. You're right, bro. I'm like, this is what I'm trying to tell you.
Scary.
I am not perfect. I just know me. I know what I like. I love women. I love their attention. I love their company. But I'm starting to understand that I have to change that love for it because that love can hurt me and my family. Right? You want to say? Yeah, so for me, it's like, it's just a.
Because you know what I think about, like, because like look back at, like, say for example of like Obama, like you don't think they try to throw some baddies at him just to catch him slipping?
That's what I'm saying, but
And he-
everywhere,
and he-
but that's what I'm saying. There's
he
no
jujitsu'd out of it?
There's no part of the world where he goes to where he's not Barack Obama.
Yeah.
So hear me out. There's no part of where he goes to where he's not Barack Obama. He has to know that these women, dog. It's so crazy because the one thing the Puff trial did teach me, because I ain't gonna lie to you, bro, I was ignorant. I didn't understand. Why would you pay prostitutes? I understand now because he was paying males. I'm like, Puff don't have to pay females for sex. Like, he don't have to pay females for sex. So that didn't make sense to me. But he's paying for the discreet part of it, right? It's like, imagine you have a fantasy, right? Imagine you have a fantasy. Like, you can't even live out your fantasy if you're a celebrity, unless just like in a dark space. This nigga was in the room with a veil on, my nigga with his eye, because he didn't want the guy to know. That's how famous you are. You can't even live out a basic fantasy because, and like the dude said, when he found out Puff was the guy who he was amongst the other prostitutes, he was like, yeah, but Puff ain't paying y'all to fuck Cassie. Y'all fucking them fat women, them fat old women. I'm fucking Cassie. And then he said he was hurt. He with the prostitute was hurt when he found out that he wasn't the only prostitute.
Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah. He was catching feelings.
Bro. Think about how much pressure that is on Puff Daddy.
That's a fact.
That the prostitute you pay has to feel special. Nigga, so when I said the Carisha thing and the internet went crazy on me and was like, I'm like, y'all not understanding. When you don't have money, problems, the only real problems you have is relationship problems or health. You know, but if you have money problems, it's like, if you got money, dog, y'all realize that this nigga is still paying currently, fighting for his life, still paying 2 of the chicks that testified against him bills.
That's crazy.
And by the way, that's the noble thing to do if that's your bitch.
I don't know about that.
Man, $10,000 a month is bucket in the water to him. You gotta look at it from his standpoint. See, y'all don't understand. When trying to get rich and powerful and maintain it is so hard. You damn near gotta be perfect. That's why I say, get you a wife. If you're a freaky ass nigga, get you a wife that likes freaky ass shit. That can, like Puff had a freaky ass girl who was she was hitting the prostitutes herself. Hold on, I use the restroom. Y'all keep talking. Let me use the restroom.
And, yo, to piggyback on what you said, that's what happened with Martin Luther King. They was throwing bitches at him, you know what I'm saying? And
They catch him on the wiretaps.
right, and they used that to kind of sabotage his image, you know what I'm saying? So it happens to everybody.
I didn't know about that shit for a long time after too.
I was a grown ass man when I learned that, you know what I'm saying?
I thought it was lying. I thought they were lying about that shit.
You think like with that MLK shit, when you look at it, it damn near what man got to the top where that didn't happen to him? That's now making me think like who at the top that they not.
Nobody's perfect. Obama.
Yeah, so 50 and about, they're the only ones that damn. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh, Jay-Z's a good one.
But I think like what Ray was saying too. Like I think a lot of your problems can be solved if you get you a good wife, and just and if you want to dibble dabble, then pay them. Yeah. We got another time.
You think this gives people a new perspective of what it means to support your man with the situation that you just seen with Puff? Because there's a lot of girls that was saying, they was like, shoot, if that was me, they was like, they would have been cool with it. So I think it's some women finna be like, oh.
I don't know, bro. We got 2 different algorithms. My algorithm.
Crazy.
Yeah. The woman not rocking with Puff. If you saying anything about Puff in support, they like, oh, watch that nigga.
No.
Like,
They were speaking to the lifestyle. There's women that was speaking to, if that was they nigga, you know what I'm saying? They like, oh, they on that type of time. But you never hear women voluntarily speak of that.
I haven't seen that on my algorithm, bro. I'm keeping it
Gotcha.
stacked. Like, you know what I'm saying? The women.
Well,
on my algorithm, they not rocking none of that.
let's let the woman in the room speak to that, because you speak with women on a daily. You got female friends and things of that nature.
Yeah, what you doing, Rocki?
I'm sorry, I was focusing on trying to get the camera angles. What did we talk about? Women do what?
No, it was just like some of them. They were saying like if they was in her position, they was like, oh, they would have been cool with that. You never even no woman voluntarily said, oh yeah, I'm on that type of time. Till you hear that it's a couple that's doing that, and they're like, oh yeah, I would have been with that shit. It was girls I saw at the courtroom telling my son, sign me up.
Yeah, but those are like, bro. Yeah, those are like low tier women. You feel me? Like a woman with standards, a woman with like self respect. She really not going for none of that, especially a black woman. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Shout out to Universal.
She don't got
for your
standards.
Tip. We got $2. They like what I was saying back here, so shout out to y'all.
I feel like it's a lot. They in the closet with that shit. They just as freaky as that nigga is.
They over here saying I need more camera time.
Damn, they gave a tip and everything when I gave the phone to Rocki. Rocki, I might need you. I think you might need to sit next here right now. That's how we gotta set this thing up. Rocki, we might say like, me and Rocki, Rocki.
It's a lot of girls I think with the shit. They just they don't want nobody to know they with.
Dog, let me tell you something. When you're around, so people don't understand, like, I've been in the music business for 20 years. I've been around a lot of shit in those 20 years. I've seen a lot of wild, crazy shit. You just start understanding that people are people. And people are gonna do, your best friend will go if she think it's an opportunity in the room for her. Like, you just understand people gonna go. So most of the time what people are saying on these cameras, on these phones, on all of this stuff, they're basically saying the only options they have. I would never, you don't have to worry about never, because you're never gonna get the opportunity anyway. Right. So a lot of y'all like, I would never, you're not gonna get the opportunity anyway. Like, and won't. You have to understand what it's like to be around power. Power doesn't like to be disrupted. It likes to just be powerful. So when you start, if they feel like you're disrupting it and they think you're the enemy, they're gonna come after you. So you gotta understand, these guys are rich, powerful men. Here's another thing that I want men to know. The more money you get, the less you can be your old self. Mm-hmm. Like, as a man, saying you want to get rich and famous is basically saying I want to live a very isolated life with limited options of what I can do in my personal life. Now, don't get me wrong. You can take your family on private jets and you can do all of that rich shit and take your family on vacation. But when it's 12 o'clock at night and you lit and you trying to have the time of your life and you like, damn, this is what it's like to be rich and have all the, and then you like, fuck, I got too much to lose now. Fuck, I can't even do it no more. I got too much to lose. It becomes like, you start trying to figure out, okay, you start negotiating with yourself. Like, okay, what can I do? What won't I do? And I mean, this is what it is. But everybody has some freaky shit in they behind closed doors that they don't want the world to see, except for the OnlyFans people. And that's because they chose money over morals, which I'm not even mad at. If you got to do what you got, if you got a nice body, use it, but know what comes with it. No, I'm serious. Like, know what comes with it. Anything else we talking about? Anything else y'all want to run through? Got a couple minutes, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we got.
I was nervous. I was over here.
No, I got you. I already got the text.
Okay.
Go ahead. You ever talked about the expectations for Cardi album? I don't remember.
Cardi B?
Yeah.
No, let's talk about it, Quan.
All right, bet. What would be a successful first week sales?
Cardi is an up and down thing to me. By the way, great question. Cardi is an up and down thing to me. If I'm in a label, if she does anything under 200, she failed. This long, you're that big, anything under 200K, she failed. My expectations is she'll do anywhere between 300 and 350. Because the female audience is way different than the male audience.
But isn't her shit like the Magna Carta album? Like that's just already platinum?
Well, that doesn't
First day platinum.
That's true. Now you're right. By the way, if you could cheat the game, cheat the game.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
Welcome.
Puff Mom is doing the victory thing, running around, get everybody deuces. Love that shit. I love that shit for him and his family. But yeah, I'm sorry, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, I think so she is loading her album up, but I don't think that has anything to do with gonna affect her first week, but I expect her first week to be, bruh, if it's anything under 200. Not brick, but panic time.
Okay.
Under 100, brick. Under 200, more work to be done. So you gotta understand something. Anything in the 180 to above. 175, 174 or lower, they piss. 175, you can still round up to 180. You can still round 180 to 200. You can still, you know what I'm saying? You can still take that story. But if she does anything under 174, I think she's in. I'm not gonna say she's in trouble, but I think Atlantic panics. If she does anything under 100, she's in trouble, huge trouble. So here's the hard part about people like Cardi, and here's the hard part with female artists. Female artists have to work, don't have to work as hard as male artists. It's just the truth. Now, they have other things that come with it, like glam, hair, makeup. That takes females all the way up to the top, because if you got a female traveling, you got to have makeup on the ground or makeup with her. 24/7. If you gotta have hair, you have to have hair with her. So, that's why Beyonce and them was great, because the mama was the hairdresser and the makeup artist. Miss Tina was doing everything else. So that's what makes females hard. But it's harder for females. It's easier for females in today's society because women don't have a checklist that like men do. Like women don't have a checklist like men do. Like when it comes to streets. Like so, it's like us is like. A nigga rap about some street shit for us is like, you better really be about that. Yeah. Like, when Jeezy said, stomp a nigga ass out till they cut the lights on. When Jeezy said that, them BMF niggas, they was really stomping niggas ass out until they cut. I saw it a few fucking times, right? You gonna have to do that. When a female says, stomp a hoe out till you cut the lights on, every girl's like, yeah, we'll stomp that hoe out, but she ain't gonna stomp the hoe out. Right. Female music is not as threatening. Like a male, like they don't have ops. All they talk about is getting fucked and they coochie ate and how good they are performing things on men and how because they're good at those things, they deserve a lot of money. Like that's literally what we are right now. Right. I ain't lying about female rap. Like that's all it is. It's like I got money. Like yo nigga, I want your nigga. Like it's funny. Like a male rapper can't rap about taking another nigga chick like that. Like, I took his bitch, because it'd be that one nigga who bitch you really took. That one nigga in Indianapolis, that you was just there for the night, and she was bragging in the room with you how my husband is, that nigga is in his car following your tour bus right now, waiting for the moment to kill your ass. Because he wasn't going to, I'm telling you, bro, we just got to be careful, man. And female rap doesn't have the consequences of men rap. Until a female Rico come down, that's when I want to see.
You've been talking about this female Rico.
It's gonna be a female Rico come down. That shit gonna hit the fan. Women gonna be like, that's not for us. It's Rico. It's not Michelle. That's a man thing. I'm telling you, watch.
What do you think about the Clips's rollout? Everyone's been saying how it's been super clean.
I think the Clips rollout is dope, and the only reason why it's worked like that is because Pusha and Malice are brothers. If this was 2 Chainz and Dollar Boy, just homies, not brothers, it would have been a terrible rollout. Because it would have just been 2 Chainz talking about what he wanted to talk about, and no one really have we seen Clips, plenty of Clips interviews, plenty of Clips.
It's just more intriguing with Malice there.
Him sitting there makes it more makes it feel different, because why is he there? He's been out the limelight.
You haven't seen him in a minute.
But at the same time, I think that them being brothers makes it easier because he's also the big brother. So he's kind of like my little brother saying I'm with him on that, right? I'm coming back to the table. So I think the rollout has been great.
Is there anything that we can learn as artists, like watching their rollout?
I would say this. That's a great question. I would say this. Conversations are almost more important than the music. Because conversations, anytime you have a mic in your face, you have a chance to tell the story that makes someone want to tap into you, right? Most artists make music and just be like, I made a song. It's called I Love My Boyfriend, right? Whatever it is. Or I Love My Girlfriend. I love the song, right? It's like, oh, okay, that's cool. I'll listen to it when I get a chance. But there's 5 billion songs about loving your boyfriend or loving your girlfriend. So why your song, right?
And what I've noticed too is people they're putting on a master class of like how to be eloquent in a interview.
No, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. No.
Not just being like, yeah, it's
Yeah,
good.
but see, okay, to me that's a little unfair because they've been around. But I have to ask you a question. I can tell by your accent that press a button. He is from Toronto. I have a question for Toronto.
Okay.
So there's footage, and it kind of went a little viral, where I was basically saying people think that people think that on this show that I'm a Drake hater. I'm a truth teller. Number one, I could never hate Drake. I think he's one of the greatest artists to ever live. He made a mistake, and I'm just drilling on that mistake, and he continues to drill on a mistake. So everybody's like, you hate Drake, which I don't. So then, because I have an artist from Toronto, 1111, and by the way, Toronto has the prettiest women
Facts.
in the entire world.
Facts.
You ever been to Toronto, Alex? They'll listen.
You gotta go for Caravana.
Toronto
First week of August.
has the prettiest women I've ever seen. So I love Toronto, but I do have to tell the truth, right?
Okay.
And that's what people think is unfair. So I did a video basically where I was like, I feel like Toronto let Drake down when they didn't allow, I don't mind them going to the concert, but I think Toronto as a whole, the whole stadium could have took a stance and sat down when Kendrick did Not Like Us, but they stood up with him. And then I had some people, so I put the video out, and I had some people from saying, if this guy hates Drake, I'm like, no, it's not. I'm like, I know how much he runs that town.
Yeah.
He can change anybody in that town's life with a tweet, with anything. So to me, watching them switch up on him, that really bothered me. Can you give us an insight? And then, but I also had people on Toronto. I had people from Toronto in the chat saying, like, man, we ain't with him like that. Y'all don't know how we really like it. I'm like, what? Drake is the sixth god. So I have someone from the six here.
Yes.
Can you give us a window into how Toronto sees Drake and Drake sees Toronto, and also how the artists in Toronto, like, give me layers to how people in Toronto see Drake.
So for the first part, like with the concert, the Kendrick concert, like I know it's gonna look crazy to some because you're like, that's your hometown, like, but there's always gonna be a population of people that just want to be contrary and that want to be anti-Drake, even though if he dropped tomorrow, they'd be the first ones on it.
Exactly.
So there's always going to be that people that be like, I never liked Drake anyway. I'm always Team Kendrick. But as a whole, for artists, Drake is looked as like the prime minister. He's done so much for the culture. He's made the city look good. When he came around the Raptors started winning. like everything got better. But as in terms of his record now, he's 1-2 in battles. He has one victory against Meek, and he has 2 losses against Pusha and Kendrick. So, I still appreciate that he went for it. He a lot of these dudes are afraid to rap, and even though he may have lost, he still competed.
Yeah, but here's my thing. It's okay that he lost.
Yeah.
But to me, you're home. So here's why I'm only saying that, because I gave you all those details, because when I said what I said about Drake, people was like Cardinal Official is my friend.
Yeah, my
real
friend too.
friend.
My friend
And
too.
Cardinal called me like, yo, stop talking crazy about Toronto. And I was like, I don't though. And he was like, nah, I'm playing with you. He was like, yo, but we really love Drake here, bro. So like when you speak about Drake, it feels like you're speaking about Toronto. We're one and the same. So when he told me that, it really kind of made me look. So that's why I make sure I drill down. Like I tell the truth as much as I can. Like I love it. Like dog. Nobody makes cooler, more player music than Drake, right? But in black society, sometimes it's not okay. Sometimes you don't need a player music, right? So to me, the mistake he made, in my opinion, was he wasn't connected enough to his black side to understand that that's not the time, right? So what's
not the time?
Well, like Drake has always been the same person, right? Certified lover boy, right? He's always been the nigga that spoke to women, that everything else. And I think that eventually everything plays out, right? And that's why you got to give people like Jay-Z credit. That's why you got to give people like 50 credit. These are guys that these are guys that pivoted when they saw, like, it's almost like you in one room and you the king of that room.
Yeah.
But you got to know when
to get out the room.
When to get out the room, because you're going to be the last king standing, and everybody, when you come into the next
susceptible.
So for me, exactly. So for me, I look at it like this was right around 2020, 21 was a real pivot moment for Drake, where
After
it was
what
kind of
album?
like right around the Certified Lover Boy album. It was a pivotal moment for him because remember, he does the Free Larry Hoover concert. So now even Kanye, everybody's kind of getting conscious, right? Drake doesn't have a consciousness to his brand. So when everybody's conscious, he's just staying on brand, being Certified Lover Boy. And I think that Kendrick was the conscious. He was the pulse to the conscious, right? And when he went at Drake, I think Drake looked at it like the people love me for who I am, so I don't have to switch up. So when Kendrick is saying stuff like, I even don't like when you say the word nigga, right? As much as that was like,
It's simple,
ha
but
ha, it made
it hurt.
everybody think. So Drake comes in, Drake had a moment, he could have easily said something like, black dad in the house, love black girls, I'm gonna say nigga all I want, right? Like but he goes,
Nigga.
nigga, I'm gonna say that. And it was almost like,
Corny.
you wanna free the slaves. And it's like, no, bro.
That's wrong angle.
This is not that time anymore. So that's why I said I feel like him dropping the case, he has to almost get back to bars and really getting back to spitting because now in society, like
we're growing up.
and that's all. So for me,
that's
go ahead.
also been my critique too, because it's like since you said like since Certified Lover Boy, and like it's like, bro, how many times are you gonna make a song about friends you can't trust, a girl that you can't trust, somebody betrayed you, like bro, like get a wife, bro, like you're almost 40,
okay, and that's my point. I'm so glad you said that. And to me, that's the mistake he made. It's almost like you got caught at the party at the end and it's shut down, and you're only nigga in the club now, and you realize, and everybody else is outside the club, and that's why I think the game attacked him because you start see what people don't like.
And
to
you've
talk
been dominating for 15 years.
But what people don't like to talk about in this business is that we know. So like I went viral for saying things, and people have called me a hater, right? When I say Ashanti is a cheat code, he's a hater. You don't understand what I'm doing. I'm not speaking from a fan standpoint. I'm actually telling the people who want to win, I'm giving them the game. Like, dog, Irv Gotti did this. That was a cheat code. It was a fake out. You can do the same thing. By the way, if you look at female rap, that's all female rap is. They all remaking old Yin Yang Twins record, Boosie records. That's all they're doing is remaking it because they understand the motherfucking mission. Rap, if rap is either gonna be my conscious or it's gonna be my release. It's either gonna be the place that I go to when I feel like I need to connect because I'm in my consciousness, or the place I'm gonna go to when I feel like saying fuck the world. Yeah. And to me, he didn't pick a side in the middle of that. He stayed the rich nigga who didn't play by rules. So it's like,
and he keeps dropping.
And we want to see you get a wife. We want to see you grow up. Like we want to hear, like Jay-Z did 444 album. Kanye does. Kanye does 808s and Heartbreaks, and then when his mother dies, and then he goes to that dark mode where he comes with My Dark Twisted Fan. He's always given us where he was, and I think Drake has been in the same place, and the audience got bored.
And you know what? It's like he knows that too, because I remember on that song with Game, he said something like, I think he was talking to Kendrick, but he was like, "I would have all your friends if I didn't go pop and stayed on some conscious shit."
Okay, so that's what I'm telling y'all. People get mad at me, but in the rooms, they're saying the same things. In the rooms, nobody just saying, give me a beat. You an artist. Everybody just said, give me a beat. Give me an idea. That's the song. No, you in the room. Yo, what do you want to talk about? Drake's a scientist. I always speak on that. What do you want to talk about? Who do you want to talk to? But I think he forgot because he was so cool with black men. He forgot he still owed them something. He started focusing on women and his place. And then, people don't talk about this enough in the business. So Rihanna can do whatever. Rihanna and Beyonce, people pair them together. They're totally different to the music world. Let me tell you why. Rihanna is from the Caribbean. You know what that means when you're from the Caribbean?
More flavor.
That means you can do any fucking thing you want.
Why?
Because no one knows how you do it where you from. So when Rihanna comes out, hey, Mr. D's at them Thundery, that was just establishing I'm a girl from the Caribbean. What was the name of Rihanna's first album? Songs of the Sun. She established the brand. She wasn't the biggest artist. She could have easily went for the big records. No, don't go for the big records. Go for the real records. Go for the identifiable records. She does that, and she wins. Now, here's the difference between Beyonce. Beyonce started in the group. Beyonce, anytime she tried to go pop, it was frowned upon. You a black girl from Houston. So when she's singing Halo and black girls are like, I'm going to listen because I love you, but what the fuck is this, right? And then B figured it out when she goes ghetto on the Beyonce album with Drunk in Love, that she's like, oh, this is how I could be the biggest artist in the world without having, because she just skipped past it. So they have different points. They have different relationships. But because they're from different places, the business expects them to do different things. Now, let me bring it back to Drake. So imagine if Drake's your man, you Ross. Drake's your man, you Kendrick. I mean, he's your man. You all these guys, he's your man, you French. But you realizing that he's getting pulled in the rooms that you're not getting pulled in, and he's getting told things you're not getting told. So now you start almost like not resenting him, but resenting the game a little. Like, damn. And then you start looking at it like, so you start asking like, yo, why I can't get what the boy is getting? And it's like, well, the boy is mixed. He could play different games. Then you start resenting him. So I think that's what happened. But everybody else, because look at it like this. I remember this nigga Rick Ross said, and I love Ross. He's one of my favorite rappers. Rick Ross did an interview and he said, they asked him about a female artist.
Oh, I know you're saying.
Dog, watch this. Hey, Ross, you got a female artist? He gives the most honest male answer possible. I don't want to because I feel like I'm gonna fuck it up and I'm gonna want to cut her and da-da-da-da. And men were like,
good answer.
That's real. Women were like, so you intimidated by her so another woman can't get an opportunity? And they attacked him. Think about how many things Drake has been allowed to get away with playing in people's faces. Nobody says nothing. So now if you his peer, you like, damn, this nigga ain't playing by the same fucking rules he playing by. Then you start resenting him. Dog.
I also think part with Drake too is that maybe he may have grew up, like you see the old pictures of him, right? And then like, so imagine now he's popping now. He's been popping for damn near 20 years. He's been indulging in the baddest of the baddest for 20 years. So he and then before you know it, all your boys are married, but you're not married. You're the old nigga in the club, but you still having fun.
They marrying girls now that you sniped.
Yeah.
Like, damn, Drake got to you too. You in fucking Birmingham, Alabama. How?
Snipers.
Like that's what I'm saying. So you start realizing, and then you start, dog. Drake's story had to be written this way. It was perfect. He was a half black, half Jewish kid from Toronto from a TV show. And when everybody else was street, he was talking straight to the women. He becomes the biggest artist in the world, but he never stopped talking to the women the same way. He didn't change his conversation with them. He didn't
empower them.
He didn't remember Jay-Z went from 5 a.m. on my way to the club, 7 a.m. I be kicking her out, to excuse me, what's your name? That's when he was with Beyonce. Like, it's like, you gotta talk that player shit, right? You can't talk that. And he literally changed the narrative before I jump out the window. What's your name? Like, he understood I have to grow because my life is changing.
Even now with the 444 album, like, that was a whole different perspective.
And that's why his fan base is connected to him. Yeah. Drake's fan base is women. They're lost now. Because they're like, hold on, are we supposed to love him or is it the revolution? We just want to make sure that we're in the right position.
I don't like gangster Drake anymore. I don't really like sliding on, you see his new promo picture, his face is all screwed up. You're like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's not the Drake that you
But my point is this, is that, listen, bro, I wish I knew the nigga. Because I know I'll tell him, like, yo, bro, I know what you're dealing with. I know how it feels. But fighting Universal is the wrong fight.
Yes.
Nigga, drop an album.
And don't act like you try to do it for other artists.
Don't let nothing out. Address Wayne, address Baby. I mean, even if it's good or bad, even if you address and saying, nigga, I fucked up. Just address everything and say, and that's it. And then go back to making records. So that means whoever diss you, see, what Drake don't understand, his power, when everybody was dissing him, he should have went at one thing and said, ended it. If anybody got a problem, all y'all niggas got my phone number. Now, what happens when Ross does an interview and Young Miami says, have you spoke to Drake? Nah.
I don't want to talk about it.
No. She said you got his phone number. Why you didn't call him? Now we don't want to hear you talk about him. He told you to call him.
But he came in the game being such a nice, good Canadian. He helped everybody else.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I wish I knew him, because I knew him. Like, I get it, bro. But you got to understand, as much as you was using these niggas, because you was, they were using you. Yeah. And once it became advantageous for them to take you out, they did it. Which means this is all war. Nigga, look at 50 Cent. This nigga 50 Cent been dissing Puff. Like, been the main voice against this nigga. And then as soon as Puff went to trial,
like,
he's the gay John Gotti. He give him props, but he still throw a little dig at him, but he like, Puff beat the feds. That nigga it was just business. It's like
comedy.
Yeah, he was just playing his character. So
you think Drake should have taken a couple years off?
No.
Or you think, or
I
done,
think, I
done
think,
a movie?
I think it's too late to take a couple years off.
Nah, yeah,
I
agree.
think if he didn't do the lawsuit and he won a couple years, I think nigga by the end of this summer, girls would be tweeting, man, we need a Drake album.
Yeah.
So, but Ray, so when you speak to the consciousness, so are you saying that really from a conscious standpoint, all he can talk
Yes, I'm
about
a
is the
Virgo.
beef? That's the most conscious speaking on his issues with other niggas because he don't got the experience like Kendrick do.
Well, that exposes him then. Then you play it out. Then your time's up.
The most conscious line I ever heard Drake
When the
say.
world changes, if you can't change with it,
Yeah.
that's like if you see a nigga outside right now. If you walked outside the club, you saw a nigga giving out his CD. Where I'm supposed to play this at, nigga? No, nobody car has a CD player. Well, you start recognizing this nigga's out of touch.
Yeah. And he has to, right now, I feel like he's going to have to tap into his ego and talk about this, like talk about his defeat and what everything that's going on. Since he doesn't have what you're saying with Kendrick, like his consciousness, yeah, like this is his experience.
That's my point. This is his moment. And to me, him going after Universal is sending the wrong message to
Right.
the culture.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like, but I love, yo, bro, like this is what I do. I help my friends. Like I've always been a voice of consciousness to anybody who I know. If I have your number, that's one thing anybody who knows is, you don't hear nobody saying bad shit about me in the music business. Anybody who knows me knows this is who I've always been. Lil nigga, come in the room, running my mouth. I don't.
Yeah, Deli was telling us,
Yeah, he told us, he said, man, we used to call Ray life coach.
Nigga, I would come in there. I've always been this person. I'm just doing it on a mic now. So that's why none of my peers can really say he's performing it. This is me.
Question though.
Okay.
If you're a Drizzy, and you're in the process of this lawsuit, would you be beefing up security? Because like,
Well, I mean, he
like,
had.
like you heard the stories of Mike Jack, like when they come after you, they find some sort of way to,
I think
take
Drake.
you out a little bit.
I think Drake is playing a very dangerous game.
Yes.
I think that anytime a man goes against a machine, the man is going to lose.
You haven't seen a victory yet.
We have not seen a man like even Puff, the machine. Like I would tell Drake, as big as you are, the machine always wins. And the reason why you don't even have enough allies. If Drake was fighting Universal right now and everybody was with him, nigga, you literally. Well, to me, what happens is it's equivalent to like, you ever seen one of them boxing matches where the fighter is fighting and he's getting his ass whipped, and then the ref jumps in, and then he starts fighting the ref. He's so out of it. He's fighting the ref, and the ref is like that's what happened to Drake. Like Universal was in the middle, and he was getting his ass whipped so bad that he started punching them, and then when he got conscious, he was like, "Nah, trust me, they deserve to get punched, and they probably do. It's just not the time. No, it's not the time. Punch them when you up." Don't punch them when you down. It is rules to engagement of war. That's why
It looks like you're whining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like you're like, they set me up. Nigga, they've been with you the
Yeah.
entire time. How can they set you up? I guarantee you.
It looks like you don't have accountability.
I guarantee you. I want to bet money that Lucien has had more direct conversation with Drake than he ever had with Kendrick. I'm willing to bet money. Lucien invited that man to his house. You gotta remember, he represents what Lucien is okay with coming in his house. You might not want Kendrick. You might be okay with Kendrick coming in your house, but not them niggas that come with him. You know what I'm saying? Like
I never knew
the big steppers. You might be okay with the big steppers coming to your house, but with Drake, who is he gonna bring? Like even Chubbs is a nice guy when you know what I'm saying. Even a nice guy when he talk. Like I've seen him talk. Like he's not like he's not like 2T. 2T's who's Kendrick's man. He was Akon security when Rock City was running around. So I've been around these niggas. Nigga, them niggas they didn't smile. I think 2T smiled at me one time, and that's when I cursed Akon out. And the nigga was like, yo, it took balls to do that, my nigga. And then went right back to seriousness. Nigga, Drake has the relationship with them. That's why I'm like, Lucien is probably looking at him like, what are you doing? Like, Lucien probably looks at a nigga like a son. Like, nigga, my son went to Atlantic, and he's still my son. There's a way to handle business, son, and you're doing it wrong. You're acting emotional like your other side.
I never knew.
Like your daddy's side of the family. You're acting like one of them now.
Facts.
You do what T-Pain talking about? Bow out gracefully.
And even when T-Pain said that, this guy, he's the victim. This guy never likes me. Now, nigga, T-Pain has been fucking struggling to get back to T-Pain since Jay-Z said the death of auto-tune. Since Jay-Z said the death of auto-tune, what year did that come out? 2009? We in 16 years, T-Pain been trying to get back to the top. Nobody gave a fuck what he said. Nobody gave a fuck what T-Pain said. And then he says to my Drake. Now Drake is like, this guy never liked me. Dog, stop being so emotional, my nigga. That's why I said Drake needs the right strategy. He needs war-ready strategists around him.
I will say this year has been the first year I haven't really been enthused with what his team's been, like the moves he's been making in terms of trying to collaborate with streamers. And, you know, he did one with that white kid with, that was
Aiden Ross.
That was a dud.
By the way,
Aiden Ross one, the other one.
Oh, the other with the blonde hair.
The blonde hair. That was
playing
that was
Neon.
a
Neon.
waste of time.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. When you show up to the party every day, every time you, by the way, some days you didn't party, some days you say, I'm gonna let my niggas have their moments. But if you show up to the party every day of your life and the world is yours and the world bows down to you, and then one day you show up to the party and they don't, that shows you who you really are at that day. Nigga, it's easy to be a good person when you've been winning your whole life.
Yeah.
Who are you in the middle of defeat? Who are you in the middle of being down? I've been down for 3 fucking years. I still get on the mic and preach to people. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I still get on the mic because I'm not gonna allow the world to break me. If my voice starts changing and I'm like, man, you gotta just do what the world says. Y'all know the world broke me. I won't let the world break me, bro. And Drake allowed his fan base and the rest of the world see that battle broke him.
Yeah.
And Kendrick, and to me, everybody always say Nas beat Jay-Z in the battle, but Jay never acknowledged it. Dame never acknowledged. Nobody ever acknowledged it. So it's kind of like if you're a Nas fan, you think he won. If you're a Jay fan, you think he won.
He kind of acknowledged it over time. I got stronger after Ether.
I got stronger doesn't mean I lost.
Yes, it does.
No, no. Jay-Z, I'm just put like this.
If you punch me in my face, I'd be like, I got stronger after Ray punched me in the face.
Yeah, but what did you do after I punched you in the face? You beat my ass.
I went to the gym. It worked.
No, but my whole point is this: is that I think everybody. You're from Toronto, and you can admit that Drake lost.
Yes.
The Jay-Z Nas battle, you still had 70-30.
Yeah.
It was still
like
70-30. Like it was 60-40, right? You know, Nas.
I think over time though, like in the history of rap battles and stuff, like when we look back 10 years from now, I think history will look favorable on Drake's rap battle career, because even though he's like I said, he's 1 and 2.
I don't.
He competed.
Only reason why I don't think that happens is because the lawsuit. That's why I only been saying the lawsuit has to go away. You can't recover.
I can't
because
defend that.
even now,
I can't defend
even now, the battle is over.
Yeah.
But as long as we hear about the lawsuit,
It looks corny.
we keep hearing about the record.
We just, and like, even if as a casual you don't know nothing about what's going on in the lawsuit, you just hear the word Drake and lawsuit, you're just like, lame.
Yeah, yeah, like it's exactly. You went to the police.
Yeah, you went to the law.
I pray
After you lost?
I pray he gets over it. I pray that your man recovers because, like I said,
But then why
we
is it
need him
being-
in the ecosystem. And by the way, what nobody's actually acknowledging is rap sucks because these male rappers don't have the Drake stimulus package of a verse.
Know what I think about too is we need Jay-Z and Kanye back, because like when they were dropping, it's like it set the bar of standards.
Yeah, but politics is going to be different. You're right, but I don't know if they get back together, because if they do, that's Jay-Z telling the world that I'm going to allow, I'm forgiving. No, I need him. Because why would Jay-Z stand next to Ye right now?
No, I'm saying people like
If
that.
he does, that's his way of saying I need him.
Not standing with you. I'm saying people like them dropping at the quality that they were dropping.
That's what I'm saying. Even if it's that. I mean, standing together. They drop the quality. It still works. So that's what I would say. Anything else?
They had a drawing of Diddy praying after the verdict came out.
They said 1 o'clock today they're going to announce if he gets out. He's come. Yes. Oh, wow. Yeah. It's a picture of Puff on his knees praying to God. That's
Where?
he ain't did that. He ain't prayed to God like that. He ain't thanked God like that.
In 25 years.
And 30.
30.
Probably before he made it. That's how he was. That's who he was. So it's the Alchemist.
It's the day one prayer.
It's the Alchemist story. You go around the whole world just to end up right back at home where you belong, humbled under God to know your real mission.
But like, how long after the humbleness is going to wear off though? In about 2 weeks.
No, not 2 weeks.
after
No,
being
no, not 2 weeks. I'm gonna say.
How long?
Okay, I'm gonna say it's never gonna leave him.
No.
I feel like
Can I tell you why?
the way God works is that if let's say you're right and he isn't unhumbled or whatever, like that story still got to play out for somebody around him, for maybe himself. But like going through this, like I don't, you know, like I think he's gonna be very careful and he's very grateful.
Listen, Puff, you can always tell who someone is by how hard they work and how hard they start. Like Jay-Z is connected to his younger self. Like Puff is connected to his younger self. That's why he never stopped. Like it's like me. The scariest thing to me is ending up where I started. That's the scariest thing to me. Like ended up in Patterson Projects, and I'm like, I told you went all around the world,
Full
did all that
circle.
work, and you still here with us because you ain't shit. That's my fear.
Like the snowfall finale?
That is what wakes me up. That's what wakes me up every day. Like
But see, my thing is right. So let's say
no.
if you
Let me
ended up
finish what I'm saying. I want to finish what I'm saying because it's important. What I'm saying is that I know that because I'm connected to that. What I'm telling you is that in Puff's scenario, he was connected to the poor days. That's why he worked so hard, right? Because if he wasn't, he would have got to a certain point and been like, I'm gonna be rich forever. But he was always connected to his poor days. That's why he never took his foot off the gas.
And what I
He's never gonna lose touch. He's gonna remember every day of prison. Because you gotta remember, this 9 months that he sat, this really felt like 9 years.
for sure. It aged him.
Every day you're in there, you don't know if you're ever getting out. So think about that. You sitting there, you don't know if you're ever getting out. You don't know if this is the rest. So you're fighting for your life. You're fighting to maintain your sanity. The world is at you. You read it and you're like, block the noise out, but remember it. Remember it. Don't ever count a nigga out when he on top. When he go, don't ever count a nigga out. He
doing
didn't
IG lives when you come out?
Huh?
You doing a video when you come out?
If he wants to, I would love to. I mean,
No, like would you, if you were him, would you be like, hey y'all, I'm out? Like
no.
just lay low.
I'm gonna just say one thing to Puff. Do not talk to mainstream media. If you're gonna do an interview, give it to a podcaster. Do it with Gilly and Wallow.
No, that's not.
Because do it with. I don't care who you do it with. Do it with a podcaster, a black podcaster.
So it's a long
do it
form?
with Ra Ali. Do it with somebody. Don't go do it with Dan Rather and Diane Sawyer,
Not
who's
the
going to
culture.
ask you
Stupid questions.
But it's going to be a 10-minute interview, and they're going to ask you like,
And get the one soundbite.
talk to your people. That's all I give it to. Give it to them.
Actually,
No, please give it to one of
Talk to
them.
your people.
Give it to Big Bank. Give it to Big Facts. It don't have to be me, but give it to a podcaster and not anybody but Shannon Sharp.
yeah.
And the only reason why is because we rallied around him as a culture.
Not Drink Champs either. Don't get drunk. Don't get drunk.
Drink Champs might be the best time.
Yeah.
Because he get
Be
drunk
honest?
and then he gonna really be honest.
Oh Lord.
But my thing is, just do it with a podcaster. If you're
good
gonna
idea.
talk, do it with a podcaster.
Remember right before he went in, like a couple days before he had turned himself in, or they came and got him, he went back to Harlem and I think Mount Vernon, he was like walking around.
Yeah.
And when you were saying that, it made me think, and they was like, it seems as if he's going back to where things started to just kind of get a little bit of the last glimpse of normalcy, just in case.
Get that good fish
Just in
sandwich.
case, yeah. Everybody know, like, when you from somewhere, it's like, damn, this may be the last time I see this shit.
That's my point. He remembered everything. Damn. He remembered everything, and he's a Scorpio man. They are dangerous niggas. They are the most emotional men on earth. Drake's a Scorpio. I told him, dog, Scorpio men are fucking emotional as fuck. They emotional. They'll let it go. What?
How much?
My son is a Scorpio.
How much M do you think his defense team cost?
50, 60 million.
Yeah, like
50,
eight.
60
Yeah, like
million.
8 niggas. Top niggas.
That's what?
You think the feds actually had like
50, 60 M's.
You think the feds actually had like a strong case of putting Diddy away?
No. I think they just wanted to embarrass him, and they did it.
Nearly, yeah.
That's what they wanted to embarrass him. They did it. They by the way, he will always be known until the day he die as a nigga that like man nut on the rip. He's gonna for the rest of his life. He's gonna be so like that's also something he gonna have to live with. Like you can't hide in the shadows anymore. We know who you are. So I don't know. Let's see if he changed.
I thought it was gonna be you know that the man nut was nasty, but I thought it was gonna be a little bit more nasty. Didn't you?
I mean, pissing in Cassie mouth. I mean, it's kind of nasty.
That's nasty.
kind of nasty as it get. Nah, but yeah, man. So I gotta get to work. I got work to do. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm
Thank you
going
for
on
having
vacation with my family for the next week. So if y'all see me on live, it'll probably be somewhere in the house that don't look like this, or I might not do it. But I fuck with y'all. Appreciate y'all.